Yo, what's up, Facebook Live? Happy Sunday. Hopefully you are having an amazing morning, evening, day, afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Nice to see you all. Let's see if we can spread this around. Talking about feeling burnt out. This is something that's come through a few times in this last week. People have written in, and so we were commenting on it and sharing some information. And the concept of, if you're feeling burnt out, what to do to help yourself immediately get back to being your best self. George, what's up, buddy? Tim Rupel, nice to see you. Elliot, Chelsea, hey. What's up? Let me see if I could share this here. I think it's working. Okay, so welcome. As you're tuning in, love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know 3 things you're grateful for, right over there in the comment section. California is beautiful as always. It's actually bright and a little overcast, but the sun is peeking through right now. Be outside in just a minute. Diana, nice to see you. Welcome. As you're tuning in, love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know 3 things you're grateful for out there in Facebook world and around the globe today. Mr. Stone, welcome. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, Team Stone. The concept of, if you're feeling burnt out, and to start with, as people are tuning in, if you know someone who's constantly saying, oh, I'm so burnt out, I'm so exhausted, I'm so just at the end of my rope, please, can you tag them or share this with them real quick, the video that is? Now, for everyone, as we're going to be talking today, this concept, so many people have moments where they just feel roasted. Let's see. George from Arizona, grateful for my health, these trainings, and being alive. Nice. Tim from Toledo, Ohio, grateful for my family. Made it out of the fire. We said a prayer for you guys. Hope everything's okay. Thankful for this lesson. Excited to rock crypto 2018. Nice. Nader, for me, no more rope. I'm falling. It happens, buddy. Well, I'm glad you showed up here. Welcome. Asmath, newer, welcome. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So if you're in that position, the very first thing we're going to start with real quick, and for those of you who are feeling burnt out, let's see if we can use this session right here to actually start to regenerate you. And so we're going to be doing things, and some stuff we're going to be able to do right here in this conversation, and other things, kind of like a mini assignment I can give you to go do, at home or at the office to get yourself back up to your best self. Now, there are certain things you're going to be able to do every single day, and there's other things you'll do every now and then. But I've got a list of things that can help you, really, truly get back to your best self pretty quickly. Brian, welcome. Elliot, perfect timing. I took a day off to avoid burning out last week. Dallas, grateful for health, friends, beautiful areas to visit. Today, I saw botanical gardens. Very cool. It is relaxing. Let's see. Nick, Northeast Ohio. Grateful for being with my lovely girlfriend, family, and friends. Very nice. Chelsea says, just got my muse. Crazy how unfocused I am. It's very interesting, isn't it? Let's see. Kelly from London. Grateful for catching you live once. I'm grateful for my son's incredible spirit despite autistic, and I'm grateful for my self-confidence. Oh, very nice. So as you're tuning in, question for everyone who's tuning in. Number one, what are you grateful for, or where are you tuning in from? Number two, what are 3 things you're grateful for? Over there in the comment section. I love hearing that. Tyler, perfect top for me today. Nice to hear it. So in starting off, what are the things going on in your life that cause you to start to feel burnt out? Meaning, the very first thing you're going to want to be aware of is awareness of what are the things that happen. There's usually, for most people, a cascading set of events that if one of them happens, you're fine. If 2 of them happens, you can do okay. You can make through it. If 3 of them happens, it starts to slow you down. If 4 of them happens, you're in trouble. If 5 of them or more happen, you're just done. You're like, I'm burnt out. I'm toast. Stick a freaking fork in me. I'm a turkey. I'm done. That concept. And so the first thing is being aware of what are the things that tend to cause the cascade of breakdown, or the cascade of just, draining you. And so real quick, in the comment section, Anita, welcome. Mike, welcome. In the comment section, I'd love to know, what are the top, let's say, 3 to 5 things that can take you out of the game? So let's start right there and let's see what they are. Not, and let me differentiate real quick, not the things you reach for to try to keep from going out of the game, i.e. food, alcohol, television, movies, books, not the distractions once you are burnt out that you use to kind of avoid the feeling of emptiness, not those, the actual events that burn you out. What are they? And I'll say some things just to make sure people don't feel bad in saying this stuff first. Sometimes it's family or friends or community. Sometimes it's the people around you, that their attitude or the way they show up, the way they communicate kind of burns you down. Sometimes, I just saw it for Lucia, juggling kids, having little ones. I coach lots of entrepreneurs through having their very first or second child. That will burn you out. That is an experience where you're going to have a being enter your world that has its own to-do list. It has its own schedule. It does whatever the heck it wants, and all you have to do is love it. The problem is you got to love it when it's vomiting on you at 2 a.m, and when it's pooping all over the place at 6 a.m, and when it's crying at 3 p.m, and you got to love this thing through freaking a roller coaster. And so there's certain things you can do as a parent to kind of prepare for that and get yourself mentally and emotionally prepared so that when you have the child, you still won't be ready, but you'll be the best version of yourself that you possibly could be. Let's see. Taking on other people's BS. Interesting. Absolutely. I'd be curious, Terry. This gets most people, men and women. What I've noticed is men tend to kind of like consolidate and move away from other people's BS. And women sometimes just overhearing it or passing by it, like kind of sticks to you, and now it's kind of stuck on you as you cruise by. Cindy says, not seeing the results you want, that could burn you out. Nick, lack of sleep. So everyone take note, write that one down. Lack of sleep can really jack you up. So working the second shift, okay, sometimes you got to go through that though. So what are things you can do to stay at your best? Let's see. Kelly says, saying yes to everyone and taking on too many projects at once. Anita, dealing with my kid at 10 years old, blowing up with hormones. Ooh. Boys and girls go all over the place at that stage. Nader, let's see. Aging fast without having done what I planned for. Interesting. So going past the time you planned to do certain things in your life and now getting that feeling. Let's see. Juggling kids' activities while trying to work and managing the house. Got it. And so here's what I'd ask. When you're feeling burnout, how to regenerate, let's just look down the list real quick and ask all these wonderful people who are sharing. And first off, thank you for those of you who take time to share in the comment section. The reason I appreciate it so much, not for me, I enjoy communicating with you. The one thing that really lights me up, though, is other people. We spread this video and training all over the world, and thousands of people watch it, and it's beautiful for them to be able to read the comments and see all the other examples that show up. So thank you for participating and sharing with me and with everyone else. Let's see. Lucia says, tension with my husband. That absolutely can take you out of the game. Will, not dealing with the cause, just dealing with the symptoms. Ooh, that's one worth highlighting right there. Not dealing with the cause, just the symptoms. Let's see. Anita, mediation. Amit, welcome. Anita, just take time for myself. Oh, okay. So next question, what are the things that help you to regenerate? All the things listed so far are things that cause you to burn out. These are things that like fry you. What are things that help you regenerate? And this will be interesting to see what people say. And I've got a list of stuff to share with you as well. Let's see. Having a job that does not fulfill me at all, desiring to have my own business but not having the time to take action. Okay, that'll burn you out. Tyler, parental roller coaster for sure. Overwhelmed with to-do list, putting off self-care when busy. So Anita says things that help her regenerate. Time for self, meditation. Let's see, quiet time. Been watching Breaking Bad. Let's see, Lucia says things that help regenerate. My job, which is my why. Growing, learning, expanding while contributing. Very nice. So what are the things, second question is, what are the things that help you to regenerate? They help get you back to your best self. I'm excited. Let's see. George says, working out, regenerating me. Reading as well. Very nice. Nadar, I must have meant something to people a long time ago. That helps regenerate you, the thought that you're important to certain people. If I'm reading that right. Let's see, Lucia, playing with my kids, Bikram yoga, walks in the park, reading. Very nice. What are the other things that help you to regenerate? Now the neat part in this conversation, what is on my nose? Let's see, Anita, listening to you and your dad helps. Oh, I'm glad I could be a part. Kelly, what regenerates me is intense exercise for 7 minutes or so when things get too much. Very nice. What other things help you to regenerate? Monica, what's up? Welcome. Cindy, let's see, helping, even for a few hours on a Sunday. Meditation too, very nice. Anita, taking a day at the beach, very nice. And so you'll start to see a pattern, and a pattern generally falls, reading a book, it generally falls in 4 categories if you want to look for something that helps people regenerate. Let's see, drinking enough water, having alone time. So here's the pattern you'll see. There's 4 ways that most people regenerate. Yoga, bubble bath, personal development, turning my phone off, absolutely. Curtis, what's up, buddy? Welcome. So if you think about this, the concept, things that will help you regenerate, usually there's 4 categories, and see if you fall into one of these 4 categories. And in the comment section, let me know which one you fall into. First off, for people who are drivers, like they're intense, they're fast-paced, they're go, 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 faster, 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 more, 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 bigger, 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 better, better, better. They always want more. The people who want 4 options, they want to get straight to the point. Stop talking. They just want to go. And so with that concept, if they're in that place, more often or not, that type of personality, vigorous physical exercise brings them back to their best self. So I fall into that category. Vigorous physical exercise brings me back to life. If I'm feeling down, I'm feeling overwhelmed or frustrated, physical exercise. If you're one of those people and you're actually feeling a little out of it right now, what I want you to do while watching this is going to sound ridiculous, but get up out of your chair. If you're one of those physical people, and what I'd love you to do, this is going to, let me see if I can get far back enough here. What I'd love you to do is while you're watching this, I'd love you to start getting like some high knees in, or maybe even like some jumping jacks. Get some jumping jacks going, get some high knees going. I want to get some exercise for those of you that are the vigorous physical exercise people. So if you're someone that regenerates through vigorous exercise, what I want you to do for the next, and I'll set a timer here. Let's see if we can get these exercise people going and light some of them back up. So timer, I'm going to set it for 5 minutes. For vigorous exercise people, there you go. Your timer has started. You got 4 minutes and 56 seconds left. Go. Right now, for the next, I'll tell you when to stop. The alarm will go off. But for the next 5 minutes, I want you to do nonstop exercise. Not crazy exercise, but maybe push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks. Just keep going for 5 minutes. We'll see if we can get those exercise people back to their best. Let's see. For the next people who are people, like your community people, and here talking to people lights you up. What I want you to do is I want you to think of someone you really, really, really love and care about. Someone that you might not have talked to in a while, or someone that you talk to regularly that in your heart, you just haven't told them how much you care about them, how much you miss them, how important they are to you. And what I want you to do is, as we continue this conversation, really simply, I'd love you to either take out your phone or take out an email or grab a piece of paper, and I want you to write down a little note to them. And all I want you to do is think of this person that means the world to you, a friend, a family member, a mentor, someone who added great substance to your life in some way, shape, or form, someone you haven't talked to in a while as well. And I'd love you to write them a note and thank them for how much their contribution to your life has meant to you over the years. And maybe they know, maybe they don't. But I'd love you for the next couple minutes. There's the 3 minutes left for our exercise people. For those of you exercising, keep going. For these other people, I'd love you to write a note to someone who's added substantial value to your life in some way at any point in your life. Could have been when you were a kid, could be last week, today, doesn't matter. I want you to write them a note of what it meant, and I'll tell you what to do with that note. But real simple, I want you to write a note about what they meant to you and what you're grateful to them about. So that's our second group. And these people, they refuel by community. They refuel by connecting with others. They refuel by having friends and conversations. And so if you're in that community, if that refuels you, what I love you to do is write a little note or a text or an email to someone you haven't talked to in a while, and just tell them what you appreciate about them, what difference they made in your life, and how meaningful and important that has been to you over the years, and in what it's done for you in a positive way, and how much you appreciate them. That's all I want you to do. I'll tell you what to do with the next step in just a minute. Now, group three. Group three, you probably might not be watching this, but if you are, I will give you something to do. Group three is, you're the type of people that rejuvenate through nothing time. Meaning, there could be people around, there could be not. You just want to sit there and literally do nothing. If you're in here, just tell me, number three, I'm here. You're someone who dude, when I'm down and I'm out and I'm fried emotionally and mentally, the best thing I can do for myself is literally sit down and do nothing. I just want to stare at the wall. If I could stare at the wall for 3 hours, I guarantee I'll be my best self after that time. If you're that person, just give me, I'm a number 3 over in the comment section, just so I know you're here. For those people, what I'd love you to do is, Allison, JT, Sandy, nice to see you. Welcome. What I'd love you to do, if you're someone who needs nothing time, there you go. Chris is here, and I'm a 3. What I'd love you to do is, as soon as we wrap up from this, I'd love you to shut everything off. The television, the phone, not yet though, stay with us. But after this is wrapped up in just a few minutes, I'd love you to shut everything off. Shut off your computer, shut off your phone, shut off the TV, shut off everything. And find your favorite place to snuggle up and do nothing, and go there for 30 minutes. That's it. Just go there for 30 minutes. Now, ideally, if you're going to do this, find a place that has some nature in it. Meaning a place where you could take your shoes off and kind of put your feet in the sand or put your toes in the grass. Maybe a park if it's nice out where you are. But I want you to take 30 minutes and shut everything off and just go there for 30 minutes and do nothing. And allow your body and mind to decompress. And I guarantee you'll feel better. You know you will. Anita, I love the chill and veg out. Great. So if you're a nothing person, go find your place, ideally in nature, and just be. Now, our workout people, you can go ahead and stop. Your timer is up. Are people writing those notes? You should be cranking still, having fun. For the people, Chris and all the other 3s in here, if you need nothing time, what I want you to do is, as soon as we're done here, find your ideal place to go do nothing and go there and do nothing for a while. Enjoy it. And then the final group, this one's going to be a little bit fun. The final group, yep. So Chris says, I usually go to a trailhead that has a 360-degree view and just sit there in silence. Exactly. Nick says, I'm a 3 right now. Through being 100 pounds overweight, I should be a 1. No. Not, and this is what's tricky. People, Chris, thank you, or Nick, thank you for saying that. People tell themselves, I should be like this, or I should be like that. It's like, no, that's part of what stresses you out, because you keep telling yourself up here, I shouldn't be like this. I should be like that. I should do more of this. Nah, do you. Like, do you. You know, if that's what regenerates you, do it. And I'm giving you a list of other things too. But that concept, you know, and you could shed most of that 100 pounds if you wanted to get rid of it with the right nutrition and hardly exercise at all. It sounds crazy, but nutrition's probably like 70% of that. As a matter of fact, Nick, a new program we just released, we had a gentleman who's a gold medal triathlete. This dude is a beast of a human and wild. He's a brainiac as far as nutrition and fitness goes. He put together a fitness plan that's no more than 20 minutes a day. That's it. No more than 20 minutes a day. And a nutrition plan of what to eat, 3 meals and 1 snack a day for 8 weeks or 12 weeks, I think. And that would help you drop that 100 pounds if you did it day by day, meal by meal, action by action, exactly what it says. And it's no more than 20 minutes of exercise a day. And it's not insane, crazy exercise. It's simple stuff. But that concept of the right fuel over that period of time for 12 weeks, you'd watch a significant amount of weight drop off of that 100 pounds. And it's mainly adjusting the food intake more so than the movement. The movement will help, but the food intake is the difference maker a lot of times in those extra pounds. And I could show you that. I'll show you the difference real quick. I've worked out very long in my life, but let me show you a picture real quick just to give you inspiration if this helps. Let's see. I'll pull this picture up. The final group is here we go. Let me see if I can grab this. Transformations. Here you go. So Nick, this was a before and after of me. I don't know if you could see that. A little blurry. But if you check that out, the main difference between those two photos was diet and nutrition. Not as much exercise. Exercise was needed. And in that case, to get that kind of result, probably about an hour a day of lifting heavy weight. But the majority of that, I showed it to a professional bodybuilder and I showed him that photo and he went, whoa, you really timed your nutrition. And I asked him, I said, why would you say that? Instead of like, hey, you worked out like a beast. And he told me, he said, hey, to get that kind of result, you need to eat the right thing at the right time. And that's where so many people mess up. Like that, the meals that were crafted, they told us like, this is the time to eat those meals. Let's see. Agree. Paul, welcome. Joanne, hey, what's the name of the book you were referring to? Which book? I'm not sure, Joanne. Sean, nice. Thanks, man. Cool. So number one, our workout people. So if you were in the workout group, I'd love to know, how do you feel 5 minutes later of working out? So where's our workout people? Oh, the meal plan. That's in our new program, the high performance program we just created. Hold on one sec. I'll get you a link. We have it on discount right now. Let me find a coupon. Here we go. Got it. Here you go. We have it on sale for $67. All right. So Cindy, feeling energized after the workout. Kelly, after working out, I feel energized and more alert. All right. So I just threw the link in the little comment section here. You're welcome to go check that out afterwards. In that program, if you go to module number curriculum, let's see. What is it? Module number... module number 6 with Ben Greenfield. And he talks about the optimal exercise program, no more than 20 minutes a day, the optimized meal program, pretty easy and simple to follow. And it's really, it's tasty stuff. I mean, I'm pretty hardcore in only eating, veggies and fish and stuff like this. And I asked him to make this meal that most people could follow on most diets. So he spread it out. It's not just veggies and fish. It has, chicken and chocolate and all kinds of stuff in it. But he said with this meal, it will optimize 2 things: mental, emotional, physical performance and energy, as well as longevity. So those are the 2 things he was aiming for, to keep people energized and feeling good, but also shed off some weight, and really do good. Hopefully that'll help. So other things that can help you get to your best self. I want to give you one that'll work that fast. And so we talked about exercise. We talked about community time. So if you're done writing, for those of you who are writing the note to someone you care about, here's what I want you to do after this wraps up. What I'd love you to do after this wraps up is I want you to call the person, or if you have, an iPhone or one of these things, what you can do is you can create a voice memo. So real simple, you can go over to like text, and you can click this little, I don't know if you can see it, like under here, there's a little like voice memo. You can click it and you'd be like, hey, I was just thinking about you. I know we haven't talked in a while, but I wrote this little note about how much you mean to me and how grateful I am for you. And I just wanted to read it to you real quick via voice text. So real simple, dear so-and-so, thank you so much for being an important person in my life. And read them whatever note you just wrote to them and then send it to them. And you can do it via voice message. You can do it via the live phone call. But watch what happens in your heart for those people who fill up from community. Watch what happens when you take time to express that to your community. Watch what it does to your emotional fuel inside. I guarantee it'll light you up. Now, for those of you who need alone time, after this is over, schedule 30 minutes, shut everything off, go put your feet in the sand or the grass outside, and just be for 30 minutes. And then the final group is nothing time, or that was a nothing time, alone time. Again, after this, if you're group number 4, which is alone time, just take time to go find a little nook or cranny or somewhere you love to go and just be for 30 minutes and kind of just have alone time by yourself to regenerate, or go for a walk, get outside, go be. I was talking to a new friend of mine who was living a couple streets down here in San Diego. And it was funny because she says, it was her and her boyfriend's first time living together. And they realized when living together, they both regenerate with alone time. She's like, it's really weird because we're next to each other all the time now. And we need more of our alone time. So we were laughing. She was scheduling more of that in. Here's the final thing I want to wrap up with. Something you can do in the moment, anytime, anywhere to get back to your best self if you're feeling burnt out. It's something we've done before here, but it's 3 simple breaths that help reset yourself. So right now in the comment section, depending on how you feel, kind of take a gauge, 0 to 10. How do you feel mentally, emotionally, physically? How do you really feel in your mind and body right now? 0 being not that great, 10 being like, your mind excited. And those exercise people who are watching should feel pretty energized right now. But however you feel, what I'd love you to do is I want to show you how to reset your nervous system on the spot. And it's real simple. It's just 3 breaths. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to breathe in together through our nose. It's going to go. And at the very top, we're going to take a little bit more in like this. And then we're going to hold it and kind of bear down. So squeeze down. And then you can count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at 5, we're going to open our mouth and go. And you're going to drop your shoulders, drop your head, and open your mouth and let all the air out in one breath. So let's try it together. So real simple, breathe in through your nose, real slow. A little bit more with your mouth. Hold it. Bear down. All the way out. In through your nose. A little bit more in through your mouth. Hold it. All the way out. One more time. In through your nose. A little bit more. Hold it. All the way out. Now, real simple over in the comment section, I'd love to know, what was your number before those 3 breaths and what's your number after those 3 breaths? For most people, if you're feeling burnt out or exhausted or stressed or tense, if you take those 3 little breaths like that, literally within 3 breaths, you can reset your vagus nerve and reset your entire nervous system, and all of a sudden, feel okay again. Now, not necessarily like your best, but wow, just like okay again. Sobia says a 3 before and a 7 after. Isn't that amazing? Just 3 breaths. You can, boom, instantly get back to a powerful place. What about everyone else? If you did the 3 breaths, where was your energy before? And where was your energy after the 3 breaths? Lucia says a 7 before, 9 after. Laura says a 5 before, 7 after, more relaxed. Very nice. It works. Chelsea says only works when you don't have an upper respiratory infection. Works great otherwise. Yes, it does. Sorry to hear that, Chelsea. Hope you feel better. Let's see. Kelly says 8 before, 12 after the breath. Very nice. And so this piece, really simple. This is a final thing you can do. So those 4 different categories we talked about. And this is kind of the final thing you can do to instantly. Nick said 5 before, 8 after. So instantly you can adjust right there on the spot and get to a great version of yourself. So I'm going to wrap up, get outside and enjoy the day with my wife and friends here. If you found this useful, this content, please click the share button, help us spread this around the world and find some people. George, what is the breath work called? I don't remember. There's a gentleman who studied the breath for 30 years that taught me that as a reset, and it's very, very, very powerful. I don't know what the technique is called though. But it's something we use all the time. Another version that's in our new program we talked about is Wim Hof breathing. He was very gracious to join the program and teach the method of his cold exposure and the breathing techniques he uses. We also use this little fella, Spire, to track breathing all day. And this tells you, it goes on your belt or on your bra strap, and based on your breath going in and out against the sensor, tells you when you're calm, when you're tense, or when you're stressed, or when you're calm, when you're tense, when you're focused. And then it has little things you can do to change your breathing pattern to go between the 3 states. Chelsea, take his Udemy course. It's great. Thanks, Chelsea. Glad to hear you love it. We're having fun. So hopefully this was useful. If it was useful on here, please click the share button, help spread this around the world. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, morning, evening, afternoon. And I look forward to seeing you back on here. I'm gonna see if I can do one every single day this week. And if not, keep it consistent for the month. So have a wonderful day. Please, if you found it useful, click the share button, and I will see you all soon.